Hi Coach, my name is Olivia, and in this CoachVantage tutorial, I will teach you how to create a standard coaching program. From your dashboard, click One-on-One Programs on the left-hand side of your screen. You will then see the green Create New Program button. CoachVantage makes it simple to create and publish coaching programs online, even without a website. Easily configure your program details, files, fees, and scheduling rules. Each program automatically generates a hosted landing page where clients can sign up, complete forms, e-sign your agreement, make payments, and schedule sessions, all in one seamless automated process. Programs created on the Programs page are called standard programs. Here's an example of one of Jessica Albert's coaching program landing pages where clients can easily sign up. Now, let's take a closer look at the steps to create a standard program in CoachVantage. Click on the green Create New Program button here to get started. On this new coaching program page, in the taskbar above, you will see Program Information, Automation Rules, Intake Form, T&C and Contract, Fees, Scheduling, and lastly, Branding. In this video, we will explore each element of the taskbar in further detail. As we go through the steps to create a program, I too will create an example program alongside with you. The first step in the Program Information section is to insert a program name. As a quick note, you do have to complete the Program Information step before you can move on to these next steps or save the program as draft. The first step of the Program Information section is to insert a program name. In this case, I will name the program Aligned Living Blueprint. The program name will be displayed on the program signup page. There is an 150-character max limit for the program name. You will notice that there's also an option to import a program template here. With this option, you can choose to import a program template from an existing program. This would essentially clone all the details such as files, intake forms, fees, scheduling rules, etc. of a pre-existing program to the new one that you're creating. Next, you'll see that there's a program signup page URL. As you type in the name of your program here, you will notice that the URL name description gets populated automatically. You can choose to use the default URL description that we've populated, or type in a description that you would prefer to use. When creating your URL, please do not use spaces or special characters for the description. You can use hyphens to separate words. You have to use a unique URL name for each program. This is especially so if you have imported from a program template. Next, you will insert a program description where you briefly describe your program. You can make use of the text editor here to customize your description. For example, you can add header text, highlight text, choose from different fonts, etc. Here is my program description as an example. Scrolling down further, you'll see that you get to select your program color code for this program. The color code is used as a visual tool on your calendar for calendar entries associated with this program. When a color is selected, it will not be available for selection for other programs. You can also view the color code on your program card. In this example, I will click here to select a custom color. Next, you will choose your program location where you and your clients will meet for program sessions. As you can see here, you have the options to meet via Zoom, Google Meet, CV Meet, a physical location, or other. I will point out that CV Meet is our native digital and audio communication tool that comes with your CoachVantage account. Using CV Meet simplifies your business instead of using a platform such as Zoom to record meetings, where you then are required to go to the Zoom application to retrieve the recordings. With CV Meet, you can save time because you have access to your call recordings right from within your account. Plus, you'll be able to share your meeting recordings more easily with your clients with 2 simple clicks. To learn more about CV Meet, please refer to the article in our Help Center titled CV Meet Native Video Feature Overview. Next, in the Instructions to Join section, you can provide instructions to clients on how they can join your meeting or any specific instructions you would like to inform your clients about. This information will be contained in the confirmation email to your clients. The next section is where you will define the program structure. This section allows you to spell out how many coaching sessions or hours is included in your coaching program, as well as the total duration or length of time your program will run. If you select Package of Coaching Sessions or Hours, you will then be able to set the total session number, the duration of the first session, the duration of subsequent sessions, and lastly, the total program duration. You can also select whether or not you would like to display this information on the sign-up page. If you check the box for every, use the drop-down selector to specify how frequently the subsequent session would occur, whether that be weeks, months, or years. Scrolling down further, you will see that you are given the option of whether you would like to make this program private. When you make a program private, it will not be displayed on your All Programs webpage. This is useful if you'd like this program to be available only to specific clients by personal invitation only, rather than anyone who lands on your website. As a quick tip, if you would like for this program to appear as an option for clients, do not mark this program as private. Next, you will be asked whether or not you would like to log the first coaching session as part of your coaching hours. And lastly on this page, you can check yes or no regarding whether you would like to log subsequent coaching sessions. Once you've finished filling out the program information section here, press Next at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen to continue. This next section of the program creation process is automation rules, which are optional. You can set up automation rules to instantly share files with clients upon enrollment. Files added here will be available in the client portal as soon as a client enrolls and creates their client portal account. As a quick tip, you can use this section to automatically share welcome videos, info sheets, or program guidelines, saving time and eliminating the need for manual emails. If you would like to add an automation to your sign-up process, simply select Add New Automation. When you hover over the green Add New Automation button, you'll see you have the option of adding notes, forms, goals, assignments, or resources. Select the type of file you would like to include in your automation when a client signs up for your program. We will now go through each of these. Adding a note to your automation rules allows you to upload any text from a file that you'd like a client to review upon sign-up. If you plan on using the same note multiple times, you can easily insert it by selecting the Import Note button here. You can also save notes to import in your resource library. Lastly, before you press Save to upload this note, be sure to set the automation rule. You can either send the note upon client enrollment or send it before or after a coaching session. You then will be presented with the option to send it immediately, 1 hour, or even days before your session, or before and after, every session, last session, first and last session, etc. When you've finished adding a note to the automation rules, press Save. Next, let's look at the Forms section. Here is where you can add an automation for forms. When you select the drop-down menu, the forms that are saved in your CoachVantage account will populate. Here's where you can select the one you would like to use. To learn more about how to create a form, please refer to the Forms page overview article in our Help Center. Similarly to the Notes section, you can also set an automation rule here. You can set this automation to send upon client enrollment or to send before or after coaching sessions. With the Forms section, you can also set a due date based on hours, days, or months after a form has been sent. In this case, I will set the due date to be 10 days after the form has been sent. Remember to press Save when finished. Fantastic! That automation rule has successfully been set up. Next, let's look at the Goals Automation Rule. The Goals Automation Rule is a simple way to set pre-established goals when a client signs up for your program. Here is where you can create an automation for goal or title of the goal, write a description of the goal, and you can press the green plus button to set milestones, which are optional. Lastly, you will also set your automation rule to send at a certain time and select a due date if you would like. Based off of the example program that I created, here is a goal that I might include in my automation rules. Make sure to press Save here when you're ready to continue. Fantastic! Your automation goal has been set up. Next, you can also create an automation for assignments. As a coach, you have the option to create assignments for your clients. Here, you will insert an assignment title, write a message detailing the overview of the assignment, include the assignment files by either selecting Add New File or Upload from Resource Library. Once the file is uploaded, you'll see the file name and size listed here. And then finally, you will once again set an automation rule and due date if you would like. Here's an example of an assignment that I might include in my program. When you're ready to move on, press Save. Great! That assignment automation has now been created. Now, the last automation rule that you may wish to create is include a resource. If you have any other additional resources that you'd like to share with your client, you can add them here. For example, if you would like to include a video message, habit tracker, goal setting template, audio file, etc., this is where you would include those items. In this example, let's say I would like to add a file. I would simply select Add New File, and then I have the option to choose whether I'd like to upload a file from my computer or Dropbox or Google Drive. In this case, I will choose a local file from my computer, and I will select this Habit Breakdown Resources PDF. Press Add in the bottom right-hand corner to add the file, and you can see the file has successfully been added. I will then send this file upon client enrollment and press Save. As you can see, the automation that I just created has been saved successfully here. Now, you can see here that several automations have been set. To cancel an automation, simply click on the checkbox and then press Cancel Automation. And that's all you need to know when it comes to setting up automation rules to create a standard coaching program. When you're ready to move on to the next step, simply press Next in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. This will take you to the intake form section, which is optional. On the sign-up page, when a client signs up for a coaching program, the first name, last name, and their email are mandatory fields that will always be displayed. Additionally, you have the option to request more information from a client, such as their phone number, company name, address, etc. The additional client information that you can request is presented as a drop-down selector for you to choose what information you wish to collect from clients during the sign-up process. In this example, I will require a client's date of birth, company name, and business title to be mandatory fields that a client must fill out. If you would like a certain field to not be required, simply unselect this box. After a client has entered this information on the sign-up page, their inputs will be automatically saved to the client's profile page on the individual contact record page. With this next step, you can create an intake form or import an existing form to display on your program sign-up page. On the sign-up page, the intake form will be displayed for the client to enter their responses. As a quick tip, you can use the intake form if you wish to get more information from clients about their goals, challenges, current situation, etc. In this example, I will select Import from Forms and then click the drop-down menu to select a form that I have already created. I will then select Import. Upon successful completion of the program sign-up, the client responses will be automatically saved in the contact record so that you can view their responses. To learn more about how to create an intake form, please refer to the Forms page overview article in our Help Center. After you've finished building your intake form, select Next on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Marvelous! This takes us to the Terms and Conditions and Contract section. Again, including terms and conditions and a contract when creating a coaching program is optional. Under the Terms and Conditions section, you can specify your terms and conditions to be displayed on your sign-up page. You could specify refund policies, add a link to your privacy page, etc. Under the Terms and Conditions section, if you select Yes, you can specify your terms and conditions to be displayed on your sign-up page. You could specify refund policies, add a link to your privacy page, etc. As a quick tip, you can use the Terms and Conditions field if you would like to simply display general terms and conditions and don't require clients to sign a contract agreement during the sign-up process. If your business policy requires a client to sign a contract, you may use the contract fields below. As you can see, you will also be presented with the option TNC must be displayed by clients on the sign-up page. Select Yes or No. Next, let's discuss this contract section here. If you are on the AHA plan, you have the option to embed a contract document in the program sign-up page or send an automated email to the client after they have signed up to your program. Clients will then be able to e-sign a contract. The options available are: don't email or embed a contract for e-signature, embed a contract in the program sign-up page for clients to e-sign. In this case, you must have an existing contract template that you can use. Please refer to the article in our Help Center titled How to Create a Contract for more information. Once you select a template here, we'll then embed the contract document in the sign-up page for clients to e-sign as part of the sign-up flow. The contract must be e-signed before the payment step if you are charging for this program. Once you select a template, you will then be required to insert a document title. And the third and final option is to send an automated email to clients to sign a contract after they have signed up for your program. In other words, once clients have successfully signed up for your program, we will then automatically send an email with a link for them to e-sign the contract. Once you have filled out this section successfully, press the green Next button at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen to continue. Here we are on the Fees page, where you will be asked whether or not you are charging for this program. Simply select the Yes button to charge for a program. Next, select how you would like a client to pay, via PayPal or Stripe. Please note, you must first have connected your PayPal and/or Stripe account to CoachVantage before you can add a payment option. Please refer to the Connecting Payment Gateways article in our Help Center for more information. In this example, I will select Stripe. Next, click Add Payment Option. This will bring you to a pop-up window where you can select your preferred payment type. There are 3 payment type options, including one-time, installment plan, and monthly subscription. If you select one-time payment, you will also be asked to input a payment description and the payment amount. If you select installment plan, you will be asked to enter a payment description, payment amount, billing frequency, and the number of occurrences. You will also be asked about your billing settings regarding whether you would like to charge clients' card automatically every billing cycle or send clients an invoice every billing cycle for them to then make a payment. Lastly, you may prefer to set up a monthly subscription. As a quick note, on the sign-up page, clients will be redirected to the Stripe or PayPal checkout pages to make payments online. Upon successful payment completion, CoachVantage will automatically generate an invoice to the client with the status as paid. You will then see this invoice in your CoachVantage account in the contact record. In this example, I will create a one-time payment of $500 and then select Save. When you're ready, press Next in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen to move on to scheduling. The scheduling section is where you specify the scheduling rules for the program. On the scheduling page, you will be presented with 2 questions regarding whether or not you would like to allow your clients to schedule the first session with you during program sign-up, and then also whether or not you would like to allow clients to schedule sessions with you after signing up for this program. This provides flexibility for you to manage your business rules and client engagements. If you select Yes and allow self-service scheduling options, this is an important step as it defines your availability rules and time slots for this program. You will need to either select an availability type that you've already created or create a new availability type on the spot. Please refer to the article on creating, editing, deleting availability types to understand more about creating an availability type. You can preview the availability type that you have selected by clicking on the preview. Let's say I select an availability type that has already been created, such as my regular working hours. I can then select Preview Availability Type, and a window will appear to let me see my schedule of availabilities that I have configured. Here, I have set my availability, I can see it on my calendar, and lastly, I have set this to show availability in increments of 15 minutes. Now, let's go back to the self-service scheduling option page. You will also see that you can set a minimum scheduling notice. This setting lets you determine a minimum period of time when clients can make a booking, thus giving you sufficient advance notice of when an appointment is booked. In this case, I will set my minimum scheduling notice to be 2 days away. This next section is where you can give your clients the option to cancel an appointment booking. You can also set time limits on when they can cancel the appointment by using the drop-down bar. For example, let's say I allow my clients to cancel a booking up to 12 hours before the booking, or in this case, I will set it to 2 days before the booking. You can also choose to display your cancellation policy to your clients if you select Yes. Specify your cancellation policy by typing in the text box here. Your cancellation policy will then be displayed on your sign-up page. When clients cancel an appointment, they will be asked to provide a reason for canceling. You can make this optional or mandatory. Lastly, on the scheduling page, you can allow clients to reschedule bookings from their client portal. You can limit the amount of time they have to reschedule the booking by using the drop-down bar. In this case, I will select up to 2 days before the booking. Similarly, you can also choose whether or not you would like to display your rescheduling policy and also whether or not you would like to make the reason for rescheduling optional or mandatory. When finished making edits to the scheduling page, press Next in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and you will then be brought to the final step, which is all about branding. The branding step provides you with options to customize how your sign-up page will look. The first step on the program branding page is to upload a banner image. Here, you can choose an image from your local file, Instagram, Google Drive, etc. Once you've uploaded an image, press Done. Next, check Yes or No regarding whether you would like to display your program name on your banner image. Next, you can even include a video URL on your coaching program sign-up page. Next, you can select your profile picture, choose whether or not to display your name, choose whether or not you'd like to customize your name, and tell your clients about yourself and your business. Here is an example of what you may wish to include in this section. Scrolling down further, you may choose to customize the confirmation page settings. We've added a default message that your clients will see on the confirmation page after successfully signing up for your program. Feel free to edit this text. Please note that when your clients have successfully signed up, CoachVantage automatically sends an email confirmation of their enrollment into the program. We will also notify your clients to create their client portal account in the same email. Scrolling down further, you have the option to display your social page icons. If you select Yes, your social pages icons such as Facebook and Instagram will be displayed on the confirmation page. Please note, you can configure your social pages URL in the My Profile and then Business Details section of CoachVantage. Next, you can enable social sharing. If you select Yes, your clients can promote your coaching program on their social pages after they have signed up for your program. Next, you can enable page redirect. If you select Yes, you can automatically redirect clients to another web page, such as to your website or a custom thank you page from the confirmation page. Simply enter the URL of the web page and set the time in seconds to auto-direct. As a quick tip, you'll want to give your client sufficient time to read the messages on the confirmation page, so be sure to set sufficient time before the redirection. Scrolling down further, you can also add up to 5 client testimonials. Finally, you have the option to display a help section. This allows you to display your contact information at the footer of your program sign-up page so that clients can contact you should they need any help. Under Design Theme, you can then select a color scheme that fits your style. Before publishing our newly created program, we can now preview what we have created. Here we can see the title, profile picture, About Me section, and all of the other elements we have included in the creation of our coaching program page. When you're ready, press the Save and Publish Program button at the bottom of your screen to view the published program. Congratulations, your program has successfully been created. Now, on the one-on-one coaching programs page, here is our newly created program. And that's how you create a standard coaching program in CoachVantage. Thank you for watching this video. We're so excited for you to create your own coaching programs. Happy coaching!